We talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. What I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind because to get a different weight division is not that easy. Him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing changed.
Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao come face-to-face ahead of their highly anticipated bout. Both legends, known for their incredible achievements, are set to clash once again. Pacquiao reminds Mayweather not to underestimate his legacy, emphasizing that he also stands among the greatest fighters in boxing history. Post what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat you might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter. That's what I can say a best fighter in the world. Mayweather insists that his upcoming bout with Pacquiao isn't about the money. He says training and boxing still bring him joy and motivation, and stepping into the ring is something he genuinely loves.
It's not really about the money. I'm enjoying myself. I'm able to stay in shape. And whereas with a professional fight, like when you're training for all the top guys, you have to work extremely hard, and you have to work out extremely a lot. Meaning, you have to do between 5 and 8 mile runs. You have to work out in the swimming pool. You have to chop wood. You have to do a lot of sparring. You have to do. It takes a lot of bag work. Hand specialists, masseuse. It takes a lot for a fight that's at a crazy high magnitude, with a super fight. But when it's an exhibition, you can come in the gym, you can work out, you can hit the bag, you can spar a little bit, you can do little light runs, you can have fun, you can travel the world and still do your workouts, and it's pretty.
Meanwhile, Pacquiao shares that he learned valuable lessons from their first encounter. Lessons he plans to use strategically in the upcoming fight.
I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it. And I hope that it will not happen again. The way it is last 2015. It's the experience is not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. I'm so excited and ready to the fight. Although before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight.
Rather than relying on traditional pay-per-view, the fight is expected to reach a huge global audience through streaming platforms, sponsorships, and merchandise sales, making it one of the biggest sporting events of the year.
When people say the biggest fight in boxing history, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight, these were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
Sure.
Because it had 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
They want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. You know, everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a big deal, because the NFL can get tens of millions of...
Oscar de la Hoya predicts that Floyd Mayweather Jr. will once again defeat Manny Pacquiao, highlighting his exceptional defense and masterful control inside the ring.
One thing about Mayweather you have to understand is he's always taking care of himself. Like, you know, his body, physically, mentally. He's always been very sharp and always staying in the gym and doing something physically, right? That's the big advantage he has. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a world-class athlete. You know, watching Pacquiao's last fight, yeah, you kind of feel bad. You kind of feel bad for him, and you know, even though he did win and he did, I guess, pull off a surprise in his last fight with a draw against the world champion. But still, you tend to kind of like feel bad because it's not the same Pacquiao. You know, it's definitely not the same Pacquiao I faced. That's for sure. The one that you know, put me on my stool in the 9th round.
He believes Floyd's ability to evade punches and control the pace of the fight has consistently left his opponents frustrated throughout his career.
If they make it a real fight with the real rules, then yeah, it's an okay night for boxing.
Who would you back? Who do you think would win it? If it's a real fight, because that's what Pacquiao wants, it seems.
Yeah, I think Mayweather will. I think Mayweather will take it. Yeah,
Manny Pacquiao is now completely focused on boxing. Unlike their first fight, there are no distractions. His full attention is on training and preparation.
I want to know, do you plan to return to politics, or is boxing now your focus for the next few years?
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the fighters, the Filipino who won the fight tonight. I'm proud of them, being a Filipino. And also, this is all I can say, that Pacman is back and the journey will continue. And about politics, forget about politics. I'm a private citizen right now. I want to live simple life, be giving inspiration and to help. I'm still helping other people. Like, you know, that's my heart, to leave a legacy, because I always say this to everyone, the Filipino, especially the Filipino people. I want to create a legacy that I can leave behind when we're gone, because we're not forever in this world. We're just passing.
Sean Porter says Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao remain elite because their disciplined lifestyles and clean habits continue to keep them active, even at this stage of their careers.
When you're Floyd Mayweather, that's got to be a hard thing to do, and especially when you're 49 years old.
So there's some really good pros about it. You know, he's done some exhibitions. He's shown that he still has the abilities that he's had. They're clearly not what they used to be, but they're still there. You know, and then beyond that, the fact that he lives a good, clean life. You know, he has his fun, and what I like about him, and I'm a lot the same. We have fun without, I call it clean fun, right? Yeah. So we're out there, but we're not using the alcohol. We're not using, you know, the substances and all those other kinds of things. Yeah, we may stay up late once or twice a month, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but what's the worst that can happen? And for someone like him, who he got everywhere he got because of this right here, that's never going to change for him, right? So he's just going to lock back in, and he'll literally be the Floyd of...
Sean Porter emphasizes the high stakes of this matchup, pointing out how rare it is for a fighter like Floyd Mayweather to risk his perfect record at this stage of his career. While many athletes his age opt for safer exhibitions or low-risk appearances, Mayweather is choosing to put everything on the line in a fully competitive fight rather than a simple showcase. Porter notes that this level of commitment is what captures attention and keeps fans engaged. Despite the risk, he remains confident that Mayweather's skill, discipline, and strategic mindset will help him preserve his undefeated record. It's this blend of experience, rigorous training, and a lifetime of smart decisions that continues to make him a formidable force, even against younger opponents.
Feels like such a massive risk, though, Sean, even for Floyd, to put that 50-0 record, that unblemished record, on the line. From that standpoint, are you surprised that they didn't do this as an exhibition, that it is a real deal sanctioned fight?
I'm not really surprised. I think that, again, when you get in the ring with Floyd, when you do a promotion against Floyd, when you have to deal with the business with Floyd, you grow, you learn. Manny has grown and learned the same way that we were notorious for saying Canelo became a different fighter after fighting Floyd. It's how it's supposed to go, you know? So I'm willing to bet that this sanctioned fight is Manny's team pushing against this and saying we need an actual fight against Floyd. If it's not an actual fight, it's nothing. And I think Floyd, you know, he just really believes in himself and knows that that O ain't going nowhere.
I'm not suggesting it's going to be like the same thing as it was back when.
This bout goes beyond simple entertainment. It becomes a true test of legacy, where reputations and records are on the line. Fans and analysts alike watch closely, knowing every punch in each round carries real significance. The outcome will either further cement Floyd's legendary status or signal a remarkable turning point in his career. Porter presents the fight as a powerful mix of risk, skill, and history, making the stakes impossible to ignore for everyone watching.
People will be into this, Sean. Will this captivate the sports world? It was dubbed the fight of the century last time. I know a lot of people ultimately weren't thrilled with the outcome, perhaps, or the action of the fight. Do you think people will be into this?
You know, boxing is known as having a walk-up crowd, right? So when you don't see a lot of pre-sold tickets, it's kind of like, I know the promoters, the business, they don't worry about it because they're like, night of, everybody's showing up. I got a feeling we're going to have a majority of the boxing world, of the sports world, everybody's going to be pushing against this. This is stupid. What are they doing? Floyd's taking this risk. They're almost 50. They're going to say everything that needs to be said. But then guess what? Everybody's going to tune in and watch this one. The same thing happened when Mike fought Jake. It was like, what is this? It doesn't make sense. I can't believe it. I know people personally said, I'm boycotting.
Joe Rogan and Shakur Stevenson both agree that Floyd Mayweather remains remarkably sharp, even in recent sparring sessions. They highlight that his timing, reflexes, and defensive skills are still at an elite level, proof of years of disciplined training and unmatched experience. According to them, Mayweather's ability to read opponents, evade punches, and control the pace gives him a clear advantage over most challengers, including Manny Pacquiao. Both expressed doubt that Pacquiao can overcome Floyd's precision and strategy, noting that age has done little to diminish his effectiveness in the ring. Their perspective reinforces the belief that Mayweather's legacy as one of boxing's greatest remains firmly intact, and that this fight may test Pacquiao more than it does Floyd.
I know they're going to do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high-level fight, though. That's what I love about it, because I think Manny is still a high-level fighter, and Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been doing,
he be looking good.
He looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him in sparring, like, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't see Manny being able to beat Floyd Mayweather. Like, I don't see it. I think Manny looked solid his last fight with Barrios, but I just don't see Floyd losing. Like, I think it's some guys that he could come back today in the sport of boxing and fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Like guys
even
like
though he's
Barrios,
46. Yeah, right.
I think he would
light Barrios up.
Yeah.
Teddy Atlas highlights the contrasting styles and physical attributes of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. He points out that Mayweather's natural size gives him advantages in strength and reach. However, Pacquiao's speed, agility, and high work rate make him a dangerous opponent, particularly against someone who hasn't been very active. Atlas notes that Mayweather's long period of inactivity could impact his timing and endurance, while Pacquiao's constant movement and rapid combinations may create openings. Still, he acknowledges Mayweather's experience, defensive mastery, and ring IQ as key factors that could neutralize Pacquiao's aggression. Atlas ultimately frames the fight as a classic clash of size and experience versus speed and relentless activity.
Both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was, who's got less miles on the odometer? And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. You know, at least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, you know, with Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been a naturally better puncher. Not the naturally bigger guy, though, so that equals it out a little bit even.
Wade Plemons has raised concerns about streaming platforms promoting fights involving older boxing legends. He argues that events on platforms like Netflix often prioritize entertainment and commercial success over the long-term integrity of the sport. While these fighters built legendary reputations in their prime, bringing them back to compete well past their peak can shape a different perception for younger audiences who never witnessed their best years. Plemons believes these matchups are largely driven by business opportunities, as the massive viewership, sponsorship deals, and global streaming reach make them highly profitable. At the same time, fans remain curious to see how legends like Floyd Mayweather Jr. perform at an older age, which continues to generate significant attention.
Things that people want to see, grabbing attention when procuring sports for their platform. You don't see Netflix going out, no offense to, smaller events in boxing or MMA or really anything, but you don't see Netflix going out and grabbing, a regular fight night to put on their platform. You don't see Netflix going out and showcasing high school football or even college football. You see them going after the biggest and most watched events they can possibly make. And I think, again, that's a good thing that boxing is included in it at all, right? You're seeing these exhibitions with Jake, and you're seeing the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight, and those do bring a ton of audience. Whether you like the fights or not, they do. And again, it brings more people to the sport. Do I wish that more people came to the sport for, championship bouts between guys like Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, or that we could showcase the Ring 4 card on Netflix for David Benavidez and Anthony Yard and Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr.? Of course I.
However, Plemons argues that the continued focus on returning legends can overshadow emerging talent that is shaping the future of boxing. While nostalgia draws attention and excitement, he believes the sport would benefit more from spotlighting fighters in their prime who are defining the next era. Plemons emphasizes that honoring past champions is essential to boxing's history and culture, but relying on them repeatedly for major events risks stagnating the sport and diverting attention from new talent. In his view, promoting rising, active fighters is key to sustaining growth, keeping fans engaged with modern competition, and balancing respect for legends with the sport's long-term evolution.
Find a way to get it in front of a massive audience to then have that trickle-down effect to the people that come for the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul, the Jake Paul Gervonta Davis, the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao, 16 years after it happened, or even the Crawford Canelo fight, and hold on to as many of those people as possible that are interested in this sport. And in that way, again, everyone eats. And I think it is good for boxing. Now, you're always going to have this discussion of like, what's better for the sport? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? You're going to have people that go, no, I don't want to see this because they're two legends and are going to look like lesser versions of themselves than we remembered. And in that way, it may hurt their legacy. I'm not one of those people. I can separate the best from when they were the best to what they are now. And if these guys were, Floyd's close to 50. He might be 50 at this point. I don't even know. This is going to be a lesser version of that, but it's not like, someone in their 60s doing this, or even Mike in his late 50s doing this. And even then, I could separate like Jake Paul beating Mike Tyson in a pro bout.
Tim Bradley shares his perspective on the upcoming fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, acknowledging the reality of the situation by saying, "It's a sad thing, but it is what it is." He explains that despite public opinion, the fight is happening for clear reasons, noting that Mayweather wouldn't step into the ring unless he genuinely believed he could win. Bradley describes Mayweather as someone who always seeks an edge, pointing out that he thrives on having the advantage. He also mentions that after watching Mario Barrios lose to Ryan Garcia, Mayweather gained confidence, believing he is the superior fighter. According to Bradley, Mayweather trusts that his experience, hand speed, and discipline will still allow him to defeat Pacquiao, even as he approaches 50 years of age.
Money, that's why. All the rumors are true. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is. But it is what it is. And one more thing. Mayweather, if Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he gotta have a leg up on your ass. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, Barrios is all right. I'm better than Barrios. Even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios, my experience.
Bradley also highlights the growing influence of modern platforms like Netflix, noting that streaming services are now investing heavily in premium fight content. He credits Jake Paul for helping open the door for older legends like Mayweather and Pacquiao to return to the spotlight, making these events highly profitable. While he acknowledges that it's a great opportunity for legendary fighters, Bradley feels the timing comes a bit late. Still, he predicts the fight will draw massive global attention. In his view, although fans around the world will tune in, Pacquiao no longer has what it takes to defeat Mayweather at this stage.
Had some exhibitions, I know I can still do this. That's what he thinking. He like, I still can do this. I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. So, that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great ass content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring ass shit on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasts and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, you know, Jake Paul opened up the Netflix avenue. Yeah, he opened it.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more.